Wake up in the morning feeling good right now. I know it. Where my joy come from? It's the morning. Oh, it's the morning.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to another episode. This episode is basically my confession. I really do have a confession, and in a lot of ways I feel terrible about it, but at the same time it's like, no, this is the exact learning experience. You haven't heard from me, which is what I'm confessing about. This podcast was made so that my first thought or the things that I'm thinking about could possibly help somebody that may be watching this, that may be going through the same things, and basically let you know that life isn't perfect. And I haven't been on here because I'm going through something. If I'm being truthful about it, I'm going through something, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it's a great thing, as a matter of fact. So we're gonna dive into that, but if you will, breathe with me. I don't know where you are, if you're at home or in your car, but let's do it. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. All right, I'm going to try to keep this one short and sweet, but I'm going to be truthful. So, my move to Texas is constantly showing me, it's basically making me look myself in the mirror about life, where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. And honestly, the last month has been kicking my tail. I mean, I've been looking at this, I look at my camera like, yeah, I need to go record an episode today, but then it's just like something beats me to, I don't get to do it. And it's not fair to y'all. I mean, I told you I would literally document this journey about my self-discovery. I don't even know if I said that. But basically, this podcast is me documenting my journey to self-discovery, the thing that I feel like I have lacked the most as a man is actually discovering more about myself and the true freedom mentally. And there's so many things that can be touched on when it comes to what I just said, but I'll just take it here. So, weirdly, for the last 5 or 6 months, everybody in different races, different genders, different settings, everything has brought up the topic of happiness to me. And if I'm truthful with myself, I don't think I fully discovered what happiness literally feels like to me. I think there are moments where I'm happy about something, but I believe that when you're truly happy with yourself, you're able to express yourself in the most free form possible. And I could be wrong about that, but I only say that because I get a taste of my true happiness from time to time, like what that means, and it's like I'm so certain of like what I'm doing. But what goes along with that, and I mean that could go so much further. So I mean, really ask yourself, really sit down, get quiet, put your phone to the side, and think about it. Like, are you really happy with yourself? Because being happy with yourself also means it opens up the creative freedom that we all have, that we all yet to explore in a lot of ways. So prime example for me, and if you know me, you know this to be very true. I come from a musical background, and I love music. I think music is a never-ending learning journey, but somewhere within the last 2 or 3 years, I just started to feel this itch about life, and I could not scratch it to save my life. Everything and everybody around me started to become a serious frustration point, and I couldn't figure out why. Honestly, I still don't know why. But I made a move to Texas blindly, basically. I had I had no plan. I had no plan. No, when I get out there, this is what's gonna get done. This is what's gonna get done. This is how much money I'm gonna make, blah, blah, blah. None of that was done. It was a move. And as I moved, every day struck me as a way to, okay, you're out here by yourself, per se. How do you make the choices daily to fulfill you? What is it that you're lacking? And that question is constantly circulating, and I end up in phone calls. I just got off an amazing call with I consider a real brother. I won't call his name for the sake of this, but basically, I was told, and I just ate it. I was told, man, you know what? You're everything that you become interested in, you become good at, because you want to make sure you don't suck at it. And that is so true. In a lot of ways, everything that I decide to place my hands on as a means of creating, making money, I get good at it because I don't want to be terrible at it. But then the next statement is what killed me. And it's the same statement I've been hearing for a while, but for some reason today it like really is eating at me in a good way, because now it's making me think like, okay, you're on a self-discovery journey, and this is what you wanted. This is what you're basically seeking. You're seeking your why. But he says to me, he was like, you get to the point where you're so good at everything that you ain't focusing on nothing. And it hit me, because I'm just like, dang, it's crazy. Because I remember when I was younger, that was one or two things that I just knew, this is what I wanted to be the best at. This is what I knew. If it came down to it, this is the thing. And over the years, I've adapted so many things, and it was simply based on money. It was based on, I want to make more money, make more of this, but nah, it's like at the expense of happiness comes doing a lot of things, and at the expense of the focus. And that's the thing I've been talking about a lot, staying focused, and this, but the truth is, man, life is life is almost taking me on a reverse path. It's like, you hear so many times about people trying to find purpose and seeking purpose, and I already know, don't try to find purpose. You find literally what makes you happy, and you do that all day until the point where there are other people like you that discover you and want to be a part, or want you to be a part of that, what's going on. So I don't know if I've said this in any other podcast. Like I said, I don't rewatch these. I pretty much upload them, and I could probably do a better job with all that too. But for now, it's just venting. But this move to Texas is truly teaching me more about self-discovery in a lot of ways that I'm able to talk about in just this podcast. But happiness is the biggest thing that's been on the menu of self-discovery for me. And truthfully, I don't really all the way know what that feels like. And I'm okay with that, because I understand you got to go through the phase to figure that out. But then also knowing what is, if there was one thing that you had to pick to do every day, what would you do? Take money out of the equation. And I've never thought about that like that either. It's always been, I don't know, it's always been the search for more whatever. But I promise y'all, I'm good. This wasn't meant to be no sob story or nothing like that. It's just, every day is teaching me a new lesson. It's teaching me to calm down, cool down. It's gonna be okay. And a lot of judgment is gonna come to you, but also at the same time, you're finding your destiny by way of being true to who you really are. And the people that's supposed to be around you, they're gonna be there. Okay. And that's everything from your creative path to your mental health and energy, to financial, to what car you drive, what house you, whatever the case, man. The people that's supposed to be around you gonna be around you, and everybody else is there to maybe intentionally or unintentionally hurt you by being that big chunk of judgment to your life. So I'm not gonna shut y'all out anymore. I will be sure to keep my thoughts coming, and I hope really they help somebody. I am unapologetically growing. I am 31, and life is just now deciding to smack me in the face. Not that life hasn't been good to me, but I just feel myself in a real transition phase, and for whatever reason I ended up out here in Texas. I'm grateful for it, and I'm willing to accept all the good and the bad, all the new relationships, all the friendships. I'm willing to accept wealth. I'm willing to accept broke. I'm willing to accept whatever's supposed to be my way is coming, and who's supposed to be around me, they're coming. Self-discovery is teaching me so much, and I hope that if you're a person who's also going through with it, just know that it's okay. This ain't a mental health thing. Your boy is fine. Ain't no dark thoughts. It's just more so blank thoughts. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out my path. To be truthful about it. I'm figuring out my path, and I know it's gonna make sense when it's supposed to make sense. But for now, I'm happy. I'm happy about the progress. I'm happy about the process, and I'm happy about the people who are in my corner that understand exactly what I'm saying without being the judgmental people that some people are. When it comes to creative, there are a select few people I can call right now, and they constructively tell me, "Yo, it's kind of whack." But I know it's not really whack. It's them telling me that, hey, push yourself further than what's in front of you, because you are looking to change. So let the change actually happen versus trying to rush the process just to say you're done. I don't know if any of that made sense. But like I said, I just wanted to put up an episode because I've been neglecting y'all, and I'm working on that. I really am. It's I wouldn't say it's shameful. It's just, it's called I'm up no excuses, and I have let excuses I've started letting excuses, because excuses are happening now because I'm starting to learn more about myself, and I think I'm just, part of me is a little afraid and don't even really know that. Like, part of me might just be a little bit afraid of like what's actually happening to me. It ain't even nothing bad. I don't know what it is. But anyway, like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all up anymore. I already know this is long enough. But listen, y'all have an amazing day. Again, health is wealth, and make sure that you're working on your mental. More than you working on anything, create art. Even in your spare time, create some form of art that relieves you. Because at the end of the day, what we see is what we become. What we listen to is what we become. So if you have the power to create something, we do have the power. Not if you have the power to create something. And if you're interested in creating something, create something that you truly appreciate, because somebody out there is looking for it. Y'all have an amazing day. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share this with somebody. I'm going to be getting more vulnerable and letting you know exactly what's going on. Because the more that you see, the more that I know is going to help free somebody out there who may be trying to hide from exactly what's going on. Don't hide. If you're afraid about what somebody's going to say about you, then the exact people you don't need around you, no way. No excuses.